Hey guys, Grumpy here with what will probably be the final episode of Banished. So let's go ahead and jump in. So at the end of the previous episode, we got chickens, thankfully. We also got wheat seeds in that episode. So we're starting to diversify our food sources to feed as many people as possible. But it might be too little too late. We'll see how it goes. But I don't know. It is what it is. We will lose some people. Hopefully, the people that we lose, I hate to say it, are older people, which we can kind of manipulate so that that's the case. Um, but the plan basically is feed everyone we can feed, lose the people that we can lose, and then stabilize with a smaller population. Um, Build the tavern up. Start generating alcohol, which will make everyone happy. Build a chapel, and then once we have like true stability, then we will conclude the episode. So we also harvested all the resources that were in this area, so we're still going back for trees, which I don't think is necessary. Oh, nope, people are dying already. All right. So let's see. All right. So in order to manipulate this, I mean, the people who are already starving are gonna die. There's nothing we can do about that. But like, we can do something like this, where there should be food in the boarding house already. And what'll happen is when we go to reclaim the structure, it'll pull all that food out and put it back in the market for some other family to consume. This is dicey. If I could point to anything in particular, I think the reason why our town fell off so hard so fast was because we didn't build a second trading post. And if I could do it again, I would definitely build a second, possibly a third trading post. Kind of undervalued them. I knew they were important, but I didn't realize how important they would be. I don't think we could have educated our population any faster. Okay, like what is happening here, Amelia? I don't think we could have educated our population any faster. I think we did good on that. I was just not having enough trading posts to trade away resources and build that reputation up with what's it called? With merchants. But then again, without an educated population, you're not really producing excess resources. All right. So we're gonna lose a wave of people, unfortunately. Yeah. And it sucks that, well, I mean, starvation will kill your citizens no matter what. But it just sucks that it's happening during the winter. So a lot of you guys are gonna disappear in a second. Okay. Hey, the trader is back. Oh, with a single pumpkin seed. Love to see it. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to trade with you. So we'll just tell you to kindly swim away. I did call it though. I said we do have like 2 winters in us. That's one of the advantages and disadvantages of playing this game so much. You know, when the writing is on the wall, you can just see it. We will refuse to work the far field and we'll just work the two close fields. Actually, we'll work these two fields. Actually, we'll work these 3 fields. And hopefully that's enough to feed everybody. Okay. Oh, if I could point to one other thing, it was what was his name? Siegel not being a blacksmith, despite all of our best efforts. I really blame him for the slow erosion of our town. Okay, we'll look to continue to upgrade towns, or upgrade houses. This is kind of unnecessary what we're doing back here. We're kind of wasting villager labor, so I'm gonna actually cut this out. You do that by doing cancel removal. We'll just kind of leave that alone. They can harvest these because they're right next to the stockpile, but going that far out is a little much. Nomads have arrived. Now, here's an interesting proposition. We did just lose a bunch of people. We could reintroduce some of that population. We're 50% educated at this point. I think if we introduce 5 new people, that's going to be more trouble than it's worth. So unfortunately, we're going to go ahead and decline this nomad group. Actually, maybe we should have left them there just in case. But once we get our food up, then we can consider bringing in the next yield of nomads. Alright, so hopefully this season we see better yields. Are any of our farmers educated? No. Whatever. Alright. This is a tough ask, but I think we're just gonna go ahead and build the, well, that needs to be iron so that we can build the tavern. It's gonna be a tough ask, but we do eventually need to build that chapel. But that's a lot of stone, man. I'm not exactly sure how we get that. I mean, we should build another trading post. Nah. We'll just get lucky. Hopefully the next merchant that shows up has stone and iron. It's better to be lucky than good. Alright, so we have almost full yields on our crop fields. And it looks like we're already harvesting one of them in late summer, which is a really good sign. Harvesting 2 of them. So we should have a lot more food this year. Which we're immediately going to convert to alcohol. Oh no. I just thought of that. I mean, it's good. It needs to be done, but yeah, I just thought about that. Okay, we're building up an excess of firewood so we can start trading that away. We can set that back to like 500. And right on cue, we have another merchant. So please, please have building material. Pumpkin seeds, wonderful. All right. Well, we'll see you again next year. That's wonderful. Extremely unlucky with our merchants. You can manipulate the game and reload the save. The type of merchant it is isn't generated once they appear on the map. It's when they dock. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna play the cards as we get dealt them. But that is definitely something that you can do. Looks like we didn't harvest all of our wheat, but we did pull out 400. This one pulled out 560, and this was 600. So I think that's a pretty successful harvest. 600 food from one person is pretty good. It's about what you'd expect. Blacksmith. Are you educated? You are educated. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna put everyone back in the quarry now. I mean, like, everybody. So that way we can get enough stone for this chapel. The reserve of firewood is low. The reserve of firewood is low, but it's also not low. It's because we're getting ready to trade some of it away. The reserve of food being low, though, that is cause for concern. All right. I do want more miners extracting iron. I'm gonna pause some of these other buildings. Actually, I'm gonna pause that. See, the issue is we don't need housing. We need like everything else. Whatever. We'll build a chapel. This is not good. This is poor planning. Don't do this. Don't build two mega projects at the same time. We'll survive, but right now I am making this more difficult than it necessarily needs to be. Just curious, how much did we pull in from the fishing dock? 1,500? 1,300. See, this is closer to the yields that I was looking for. So I'm happy to see that. Yes, that is a lot better than what we were getting before. Our position is not educated. Is our teacher educated? Yes, our teacher is educated. I don't know what an educated teacher does. I don't imagine they teach your students faster. But maybe they do. Alright, I'm going to increase the priority of our tavern so that we start producing alcohol. Alcohol is a phenomenal trade item because it takes 1 wheat to make alcohol, and then, or ale is what it's called in this game. And ale trades for 8. So you can buy wheat, you can import wheat for 1 and then convert it to ale, and 8x your investment. Okay. So our food has successfully bounced back. Some people are sad, which is not good. The way we fix that, though, of course, is through a chapel and then through the tavern, which we're building now. The blacksmith can't catch a break because there is no iron available to them. All right, little touchy in the middle there, but I think we've found a decent balance. Got 600 wheat last season. Let's see how much wheat we get this season. I'm gonna temporarily pause the market so we're not putting resources to it. I really want to see this tavern be built. The amount of stored medicine. We're gonna have a disease outbreak pretty soon, man. Herbalist is picking up resources. Herbalist is working. Herbalist is picking up resources. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Up to 58% education. So that's pretty good. Up to 21 chickens. So that was a really nice investment. We're already getting nice returns from that. Our food is in a much better place. This is a lot healthier. And we're still waiting on this tavern to be built. Please have training supplies and not another pumpkin seed. I'm losing it. Oh, just never visit me again, please. You only get one merchant per year, so it's really unfortunate getting 3 of the same merchant back to back to back. Hopefully next year, because I dismissed it, we'll get a different merchant, but if we get that again, then you know, the game is just destined to destroy us. Well, it looks like we're gonna get the chapel built. I don't know how we built the chapel before we built the tavern, but That's fine. The chapel provides free happiness, whereas the tavern requires alcohol in order to function. So that's good. I don't know if an educated cleric does anything. It might provide more happiness. I'm not sure. But one chapel can service 150 citizens. So this will be more than enough for a town this size. I'm genuinely baffled how we built the chapel first. Probably because it's closer to the quarry, so it got priority over stone and iron, but that's... I gave this the priority command. So, just weird. Great cemetery is full, which is not good. But we can't really do anything about that. So, sorry. Alright. We will take a trader, and you have been promoted to cleric. Congratulations. And you are not happy, which is wonderful. Hopefully you just constantly being in the vicinity of your chapel will make you happier. I don't know how that's going to work exactly. Alright. But anyway, everyone now has religion, which is good, so that'll increase happiness overall. A tavern is going up, which will convert some of the excess wheat into beer. And then we can start trading away that wheat. And then we do need a marketplace to have this area operate smoothly. We'll take a stone cutter. Yes, nice. And we'll make them a builder. The reason why we want to market here is because currently resources have to get pulled all the way from this storage barn to this market. Whereas we could put a vendor here and they would be able to just walk back and forth here to drop all those resources. And then these citizens would be able to go to either one of these markets. It's very inefficient to have the one vendor that we have walk all the way to this storage barn and then all the way back. They'll do it, but it's not efficient. Right. And then once we build this market, that'll calm down the demand for resources. I'm actually going to build that. That'll calm down the demand for iron, which will allow our blacksmith to go back to operating. We're okay on tools, but our tools are going to run out pretty soon if we don't pay attention. I'm going to keep our fuel at 500, but I'm going to increase the amount of firewood available to us. Just change that to like 800. We pulled out 500 food, 300 wheat, and 200 wheat. So I think a market in this area is definitely going to help us out. We produced 60 ale last season, and that's just going to go up. Up to 37 chicken, which is nice. Remember, we started with just 2. So we're doing really well for ourselves. I'm going to build another wooden house, or stone house, rather. And slowly convert these up to stone houses as well. The reason why I want a second mine is so I don't have to do the flip-flop anymore. That's really what it is. The reserve of log is low. That's fine. So thankfully in this game, as your citizens consume alcohol, there's not like a crime penalty or something that you have to deal with. You don't like need sheriffs or whatever. It just makes them happier. I think it causes minor health issues, but that's solved by having a physician and a herbalist. I'm going to increase priority here, and I'm going to cancel or pause that. So I'm gonna do a little manipulation here just to start a couple more families. So when you see a situation like this and like this, what you really want to do is kick this person out, kick this family out. And shuffle some of these people around. So what I really want to happen is this 86-year-old woman end up in the boarding house and give her house to a new couple. Yeah, she keeps winning that. Trying different combinations. Okay, she's like really invested in that house. So we're gonna do something like this. Yes, perfect. So now if we go over here, she's been shuffled over to the boarding house because she can't start a family, but these citizens will be able to start a family. So a little bit of manipulation there, but I think it's worth it. You should definitely do that, especially when you're dealing with such small populations like this. Only thing is you just want to make sure that you're not actually upgrading these houses if you don't have the resources to do so. Perfect. This one's a little messy, so we're gonna try that again. Okay. We're gonna try that one more time. That's not good. I'm gonna try this one more time. That's horrible. Just give it a little bit more time. There we go. Perfect. So I had theorized that this would be possible to do, and it looks like it is working. We have, for the most part, older people in our boarding house and younger people in the houses themselves. I'm still looking to kick as many old people out as I can. But it's really kind of like luck of the draw what happens here. Alright. There's probably some manipulation you could do with jobs. Like make your old people all laborers. Oh yeah, merchant arrived. And then try to do something like that, but I don't know if that's really feasible. You'd probably be there all day trying to make that work. Okay. Please have construction resources. You have 8 chickens. You have failed me. Come back with sheep. These have been the most unkind merchants that I've ever had to deal with. But we do have a marketplace going up pretty soon here. We'll go ahead and give it another priority. And for the first time, it actually looks like we hit our food limit, which is a huge improvement over the situation we just found ourselves in. All right, I'm gonna make another builder. Thank you. We're gonna go long on this episode because I kind of just want to wrap the series up here. So we'll build a market, and then that should improve the efficiency of all of these workers. We'll pull a trader off. We'll put one here. We'll just make it 1 and 1. Oh, you are not happy. You're idling. That's not good. Well, we'll work on that. That's being built. We do have some homeless people, which I just realized, which is kind of unfortunate because they are going to die in the winter. And they are young. They'll be okay. We'll open these houses back up for building. But we do want this mine built as quickly as possible. Increase priority on that. Our boarding house, unfortunately, is full of old people. Actually, there's some more young people in there now, so we could probably do some more shuffling. But we'll just leave it as is. You don't really want to start shuffling people around in the winter. It's an easy way to have them accidentally freeze to death. Now, there's an abundance of firewood. I don't know if they can consume firewood while they're homeless. But if they can, then I think that will save them. Nice. So we hit the cap of chicken. We have 66, or we have 69 out of 66. So now the excess chicken are being yielded or harvested, slaughtered. You don't harvest chicken. Slaughtered, and we're producing even more food from this pasture. All right. We need a blacksmith. Several logs is low. Silver textiles. Oh, we don't have a tailor. Oh, we're almost out of tools. So we need to swap back to coal. And we need a retailer. Once this mine is complete, we'll allocate 2 miners to that. So this one will extract coal. This one will, I guess it doesn't matter. This one will extract iron, and then we will call the series there. Tools will be solved once we get the second mine up. Firewood is not an issue, and logs. We just need 2 more workers to fill out the forester's lodge. Obviously, food has been solved, which is really good. Ale has been solved. We provide a chapel service for them. We have wells. No disasters, no diseases, thankfully. And I think that was a lot of that was preemptive play. We don't have any students right now, which is interesting. Probably because most people died off before they became educated, so that'll cycle itself. But I think overall we did a good job securing our town. Showed off some of the more intricate plays like manipulating where people work. A build strategy that works for this area. I think if I could give any credence, it would be build more trading posts. So that way you can generate more merchants that can bring construction materials. It is year 20, but I think if we had construction materials coming in, then we could probably get this town online maybe in, like, I won't say half the time, but maybe 3/4 the time. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the series. I did, even during the very stressful parts. I thought it was a lot of fun. And I will definitely be playing this again, but on a easier difficulty. And I don't know if I'll record it. I might just go back to playing it by myself. But I did want to share this wonderful game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyway, other than that, Grumpy out.